Hi guys, I'm Amanda Fernandez, and let's get the game ready.
My name is Amanda Fernandez. I'm an owner and manager of Sparta Philippines. I do other things on the side, but that's my main occupation. I think since I started Game Plan back in 2014, so 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. In terms of being a footballer, I play for a team called Hiraya FC. I used to own and manage my own semi-professional soccer team called Sikat FC. That team I started shortly after I moved back from the States after college, and I managed that for 5 years. Okay, so recently I upped my workout to 6 times a week. Before, I used to get away with just twice or 3 times a week, but I've decided to take the program that I offer here very seriously, doing it 4 or 5 times a week at least.
Why is it an advantage for women to do this? Because we're naturally gifted with hips, and we're pretty much stronger and more dominative here in this region.
Rest a little bit more so that you're fresh for it.
Honestly, I didn't do a lot of strength training before Sparta. It was just football, 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 football. That's why I kept getting injured. I'm gonna be super honest, my injuries were like very frequent. You'd either see me on the soccer field or in PT, lagi. Kasi before I knew how to do proper strength training, I was always getting injured. I tore my ligaments here, tore this, my ligament, my hip flexor. I have to have it PRP'd already, like this is PRP'd, you know, and in order to live an active lifestyle, I had no idea how to maintain my body properly. And so the result of that was I was always getting injured, hurt, fat because I did not play for like 8 months. We offer 2 programs here, strength and conditioning. It's called kalos and stenos. And that's how we came up with calisthenics. It came from the Greek words kalos and stenos, which mean aesthetics and strength. So in terms of our programs here, how it complements with my work, how I want to look, my goals, how I want to perform on the field, nandun eh, endurance and strength.
You need to be flexible and mobile, but also be strong. So as you do it, you're working on your strength, your balance, and coordination.
In order to up my endurance, up my cardio, I take the Kalos class, and when I want to build upper body strength, build more strength in the legs, total body strengthening workout, I do the stenos. But recently, I've done a little bit of a hybrid kind of workout specifically for football. So I did 12 weeks of the calisthenics workout, and then recently I've tried to convert strength into power, because what's the use of having strength if you can't convert it naman sa soccer field? So like related to basketball, the counter attacks, you want to be able to sprint down on the court, sprint down on the field, counter, get goals in. So it's very specific, yeah. Tips on how to not get lazy: be consistent, 100%. When you give yourself too many off days, kunyari, di bukas na lang. Or kunyari, nagka-results ka ng content, you're like, okay na ako, diba? And then you'll go out, you'll party, and then the next day you're gonna be hungover. The day after that, you're like, no, I wanna eat. Then if you give yourself too many off days, you're gonna get lazy and it's gonna be hard to come back. So keep a schedule and follow it, stick to it. But upon saying that, you also have to give yourself the off days. Balance. That will prevent you from missing workout days. I get this sort of fulfillment being here in Sparta and running the entire complex, because I see not only with calisthenics, but there's pole dancing, we're gonna have archery soon, there's Elorde downstairs, we have a physical therapy clinic, there's a Maximus Athletes Shop Cafe downstairs, so they just recently launched Cycle Studio, which is the hardest thing in the whole wide world. There's also Elan ballet and Pilates. I think that our athletes here, the people who walk into Sparta, should already prepare themselves to break limitations, break their own fears, their own glass ceilings, because when you step here, you think that you can only do 30 seconds of a plank, we're gonna make you do a minute.
This is what I do every Tuesday nights from 8 to 10, and I honestly really look forward to it. As you can see, most of my competitors are guys, so strength is really important for me. Build strength, stay strong, because the last thing I want to do is to get injured. So join me, see what I do every Tuesdays 8 to 10, and hope you guys enjoy it.
I'm still competing. Yes. Yeah, there's a league right now. It's the 11-a-side PFF league. I think it's sponsored by FIFA, which is awesome. FIFA is the governing body for football around the entire world. It's so nice that they're paying attention to the Philippines and women's football in general, because we feel like we want to be able to compete the same way that guys do, but it's quite I feel like it's a little bit inconsistent at this point in time. So when you say, yes, I compete as an athlete, it's strange because I never really know when I am going to compete. Sports is such a big part of my life, and I feel like growing up, when I was faced with adversity or challenges, sports has always helped me find an out. You know, it was the healthy out instead of binge drinking, doing drugs. There's all the temptations in the world. You know, I did go to school in the US, and kids there are a little bit wilder, less conservative than here, but sports has always kept me in check. Like on a Friday night, I go play football with the international kids. You know, it was always a good outlet for me. So malaki yung tulong ng sports sa akin. I feel like I just want to give back. You have to eat. Definitely, definitely. I find Munch Manila to be really effective in terms of achieving my goals. I think a lot of the people that walk in here also who want to lose weight, get shredded, look better, will benefit from a low-carb meal, because we're so used to eating rice, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But should you be eating rice before sleeping? Not really. Not at all, actually. So I think that the diet is super critical to achieve results. As a football player, a lot of my strength is focused on my lower body, but I want to be able to counter that or complement that and work on my upper body. So I want to be able to do one pull-up clean. So that's a very specific goal. But also just to be a much better football player on the field. So I want to have more power on the field, speed-wise. I want to be able to run faster, explode faster, get to the ball first. The benefit of working out the way I do is that my physique also gets better at the same time. So when I wear different clothes, let's say, I feel more confident wearing like dresses or skirts, because parang nandun na eh. Your body is also looking better, so I feel better.
Hey guys, thank you so much for getting game ready with me. I'm Amanda Fernandez, and I'll see you guys soon.